Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the founder of Ghetto, and we are in Lagos, Nigeria right now on a very hot afternoon. So I started my brand, I'd say, end of last year. I started building in my back of my parents' hotel in Victoria Island. Just wanted to create something for people between the ages of around 18 to 35 that you can feel comfortable, you can be expressive, it's colorful, it's a lot of shapes. The word that gets thrown around a lot is quirky. And the idea of the brand is just to be yourself, to feel free, and something that's breathable in this country as well. Because a lot of times, like when you shop in England or Western countries, like a lot of my friends did it growing up, we'd always find like the cooler things you can't really wear here because it was like always the jackets, the coats, the cotton hoodies and things like that. So what I decided to do was just make something that we could all relate to, and also something that was inclusive. So, for example, like a lot of girls who are shaped like me, who have like boobs and butt, they couldn't really dress what was known as cool because it didn't really fit what would look good on us, you know? So I would shop and I would see something and be like, oh, this would be so much better if the dimensions were a bit different, or, you know? So I went to school, and after university I started doing some short courses at St. Martin in England to learn more about actual design and not just being a stylist, is what I was used to, just styling people. And now it's like I can create the things I style, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, exactly. Like my teacher there told me that I'm a stylist designer. So when I design clothes, I actually imagine a person in an outfit. So I don't design just one thing. I imagine, okay, this is a cute dress, but I imagine like a jacket that goes with the dress, with the shoes that will go with that. I imagine the whole look. And I think that's what's helped me for sure. So everyone always asks me like, oh, what made you come up with the name Ghetto? And it was actually just because I didn't know what name to think of. All I knew was that I wanted my brand to be me, to be my style, to just kind of be an extension of myself that people could relate to. So Ghetto came from just years since I was 14 years old, being a girl from Lagos. I was born in England, but like I relate mostly to Nigeria, and my love for hip hop culture, especially New York hip hop, and like just being a student to that realm. And it's just the idea of the name Ghetto came from when I was watching a documentary. It was one of those Netflix documentaries on like hip hop and the history of it. And I started watching about the Ghetto Boys and just like what they represented. And so I was just like, wow, okay, I love the name Ghetto. I think it's cool, I love the spelling, it's so interesting. And when you hear it, you don't imagine it to be spelled like that. So I was like, okay, that's really cool. And then what my initial ideas with the name was to create the idea of bougie ghetto with the logo. So I was like, what makes it that ghetto fabulous, that the way I used to dress, like the big earrings, I wear chunky necklaces, bracelets, I always over-accessorize, love gold. I was what people would say, wow, you dress really ghetto. Like, I don't know, but exactly, and that's just what always I found beautiful. So I was like, okay, let's take the name, let's make it fun, let's make it something that's not just for boys, because obviously the Ghetto Boys are a male group. And I was like, yeah, so the idea of ghetto is that fabulousness, that gorgeous thing, and it's also an idea of bringing countries together. So something I spoke to, I think, with my mom at first. She was like, oh, it's kind of interesting that you're doing this whole American thing because you grew up here. I mean, I used to summer in America like every summer when I was a kid, and I still go there often and I have a lot of family there. But she's she's like, it's funny how a lot of people your age in Nigeria relate to that 2000s, late 90s era in America. It's the weird parallel. And then it reminded me of a quote by Method Man, and it's like, no matter where you're from, there's ghettos all over the place. So it's like, the idea of my brand is linking, no matter where in the world you're from, we all believe in that same culture. We all can rap the lyrics to Juicy by Biggie. We all love the same things, you know? And it's, yeah, that's the idea of the brand. It's just bringing everyone together. So my first collection is called Earth and Its Core. And when it came to colors and everything, I wanted everything to be sourced here. All my fabric, all the things I use, my tools, everything is produced here, everything is Lagos. I wanted it to be, although, okay, yes, I do have this love for American culture and everything, I am a Nigerian, and I love being a Nigerian, I'm proud of it, and I wanted to show off the things that we make here. When I first started, I was thinking I was gonna do it, when I first started, I think I'm gonna do it in drops. So drop 1 was Earth and Its Core, so that's like this stuff. And that's what I just recently released. I did a soft launch over the weekend in my parents' hotel. Actually, we created a whole space of like, it's called Angel. Kind of similar vibe to this actually, yeah. No, it's in VI, yeah. So we just like tried to create like a art installation kind of what Ghetto as a brand is. We had like the vintage cars outside. When you go in, it was lights and all the clothes everywhere. We had t-shirts hanging from washing lines. Like the whole idea was just to show the brand's identity. And I think people reacted well to it. It's very different, so I always have to explain it a lot to people, but I don't mind because it's all right. Exactly. And it's not something that a lot of people are used to seeing here, but I know that eventually everyone's gonna catch on and it's gonna really work out, I think. So right now I'm working on my second collection and I want to drop it probably beginning of next year and start selling by like summertime. So I am currently talking to some people about stocking with them and doing some collaborations with some big designers here, which is quite exciting. So right now I'm working on both a collaboration that I can't talk about yet and what I'm doing on my own to see like where it goes. Hopefully like I'll get more. But right now I just sell online, Instagram, the usual, young, and it works, that's what they like. And I'm thinking definitely more pop-ups because that tends to work a lot better because people like being able to touch. Because being in Nigeria, we don't trust everybody. So you need to be able to feel the clothes, feel the fabric, know that what you're buying is good. And I think it's also a good time and it's a good way for me to show the clothes and show the identity, like I said before. So it's like I'm showing off everything about the brand with each pop-up, and I want everyone to know, okay, this is what it's about. You can walk in and say, oh wow, like this is the vibe, these are the colors, this is the music, this is the soundtrack to the brand, yeah. My name is Sam. I'm the founder of Ghetto, and this is Globetrotter.